And Netanyahu, who seems to be at the moment enjoying quite a lot of popularity in Israel from the Israeli people, he's now fighting on several different fronts. The incursion into Lebanon was seemingly very popular, according to polling. Is there a step too far that might change public opinion within Israel?
Well, as you know, this scene, as it were, Netanyahu has been laying the seeds for quite a while. This is a culmination of almost 30 years of his political career, in which he had moved the Palestinian, the Israeli, sorry, society towards the right. It's deeply entrenched in its ideological belief that Palestinians should not be in existence here. So Netanyahu now is also armed with his colleagues Smotrich and Ben Gvir, and feels definite that he would have to redraw the map of the Middle East, as I mentioned earlier. So I don't think this in any way is going to change. There has to be a paradigm shift. There has to be a state of mind shift, rather, in Israel. That is going to take some time, but his lack of progression, lack of achievements in Lebanon is going to make certainly the society reconsider its position. That's the Israeli society. And maybe the international community would come to the rescue of the Palestinians as they see the number of fatalities increase, and as they see Gaza being a dead end and the West Bank is turning into yet another Gaza. It's certainly going to send sirens of alarm in the mind and hearts of the international community, and maybe this is going to change things.
And let's talk about timing. You mentioned before that perhaps the reason why he's decided to intensify military operations in Tulkarm might be because of what's going on in Lebanon. Also, there's been a lot of talk about Israel hitting Iran, and they haven't done so yet. Talk about the timing a little bit for us, and where Tulkarm and this aggression comes in the scheme of things.
Well, I mentioned that Gaza was not progressing well. He had set two plans, one of which was not in any way successful. It had downgraded his popularity big time. He turns to Lebanon, where he believes that the Israeli society has its heart on the removal of Hezbollah. So there he was winning popularity, but he wanted to intentionally show the regional partners that Israel is competent, is capable of fighting on different fronts. So he turns back to Tulkarm, re-emphasizing his message that he is capable, that his army is ready and can hit at different targets at the same time. So this is a demonstration, or rather flexing the muscle in front of everyone, and a show of force. So I would say Netanyahu also is in a big debate with the American administration and his partners as to when and where he would hit Iran. Certainly, the American administration is concerned about the rising prices of oil, so they don't want him to hit any oil installations. And obviously, hitting any nuclear installations in Iran is going to drag the region into further conflict. So the debate continues. Netanyahu redraws attention from the front of the Lebanon, where he has not been making any ground progress that is visible, that is desirable, to Tulkarm, so that he takes the limelight rather from Lebanon down to Tulkarm. But so far, this is, as I said, is just invigorating more and more interest in the Palestinian society to push back, now that the intention of Netanyahu is quite clear to drive Palestinians out of this region.